can't love me. It's like, am I too broken for anyone to love?
We are here to break down the extended promo for the rest of the season of The Bachelorette, and things are going to get dramatic as The Bachelorette is coming to an end. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. We cannot wait to see how this all unfolds, but before we get into the clips, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you're always up to date on all things Bachelor Nation. I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined with the lovely Blakely McHugh. Blakely, we're gonna go through the promo clips for next week and get our reactions, but I gotta know your honest opinion. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, goodness gracious. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I think we're going to see maybe like a favorite or a fan favorite go home. We obviously saw, I felt like in the promo that we got, the trailer that we got for the rest of the season, last week there were some bombshells that they don't totally show. They just give you a little bit of snippet and you're like, wait, what's happening with this person? What's happening with that person? And I'm really curious to see what happens with Logan and where that relationship goes, if it goes anywhere. What I'm hoping for is like no more rejection or heartbreak for Rachel, because I can't handle her crying over the rejection like one more time.
Yeah, she's been crying a lot all season, and I have a feeling she's going to continue to cry. I'm excited to hear what she says about it on After the Final Rose, whenever that is in the next month, like the finale, because like she truly has been crying all season, and I need some context. But we're going to start looking at the clips. I mean, I've been saying this since the beginning. Tino and Eric, those are my winner picks. I said that from episode 1. I didn't know any spoilers. You did. All I knew is that they were going to be like in the trailer a lot, but I just had a feeling that there was going to be this connection, and the edit and Eric, you know, with that mom scene, I was like, it's too obvious. They love making the winner a little bit sketchy. Let's take a first look at the clip. It's time for love.
I can say now with confidence, I am falling in love with you.
I truly feel like I'm on cloud 9 right now. Everything I asked for,
you really embody. Okay, so we see her with Tino, Avon, and Zach, which is most likely her final 3. Yes. We also know Tyler is still there and Ethan, but I mean, I think it's fair to say Ethan is behind the other guys. Now, they're going to Amsterdam next week, so I can confirm to you guys that these flowers that we saw with Zach are in Amsterdam. I've heard of these flowers. I've been to Amsterdam. It's the tulips. Yes, these. Yep. So Zach is going to get a one-on-one date next week. Where are you at with Zach and Rachel's connection?
You know, if I'm being honest, I think they have a beautiful connection. But because this girl has canceled so many cocktail parties and dates, I feel like I don't see, you know, we see him saying, I'm falling in love with you, but I don't feel like I've really seen her relationship with any of these men other than maybe Tino. It feels too early. I mean, but then she also said hometowns are in 2 weeks, but I just feel like we haven't gotten to know these men that much still, and I feel like she's partially to blame because of her cancellations of different dates and whatnot, you know. And then also I guess it has to do with the fact that we've got 2 leads, so there's less focus on you know, each relationship. Yeah, so that's a component too. But I really like Zach. I've liked him since he was the first person that walked out of the limo.
Do we even need to know them that well? I mean, it's a TV show. I feel like everyone just wants to know what's going to happen. Like, we just need to know the basics. Where's your job? What's your connection with her? Like, we don't even need to know them too well. But I also think, Blakely, that in the final few episodes, we learn everything about them.
You're right, but I like to feel the connection. That is how I connect to the show, is feeling okay.
You're gonna feel it in the final few episodes. It happens every season, where the last 2 or 3 episodes, you learn so much about people so quickly because there's so many less guys. But let's keep watching because Tyler is also in the running. Let's not forget about him. And I feel like him and Rachel have a pretty solid connection. So let's look.
I really can't imagine my life without you. This is the best day ever.
I've always wanted to be with someone like you.
Aw, now we're getting into Gabby. Okay, Tyler at first, he is on a Ferris wheel. It looks like this could be a hometown date, possibly. What do you think about Tyler? Do you think his connection is so far gone? Like, who do you think Rachel's top 2 is?
Tino and Zach are her top 2. Truthfully, you said Tyler's name and I didn't even remember what Tyler looked like. So
he looks a lot like Spencer, who was on Gabby's side. They definitely have gotten me confused in the past. But Rachel and Tyler are cute. Now, Gabby, we also saw her connecting with Nate in Amsterdam in this little teaser. And then she was talking to Jason A and also Eric. Now, we really do need to pay attention to these trailers because they feel like they give away so much. You kind of can tell, like, we know they're going to Amsterdam next. So if you see people in different locations, it's safe to say that they're going to hometowns or top 3.
They've moved on. Yes. So obviously we see Nate in Amsterdam. And then I don't know that I could tell where the 2 other people are.
The thing is with Nate, though, we need to remember. Yeah, we need to remember with Nate is that he is the only single father on the show. And I wonder how Gabby feels about that going into hometowns and potentially bringing him, because we know she has a strained relationship with her mom. So it's possible that she might not be ready to meet Nate's daughter because of that, or she might take it more seriously knowing that if she does go to hometown, she is going to meet his daughter. So she might have a little bit of caution going into that. So even though Nate has been honestly one of her top few frontrunners since the beginning, I am worried that he could end up going home.
Well, I mean, if history repeats itself, then he's not going to stay. Either she's going to send him home or he's going to remove himself. I feel like that's kind of how it's been almost every time that we've had somebody that has a child that's come on the show. But I don't know. I'm rooting for them. I love their relationship. And you know what? I really love what Nate brought out in Gabby when the first, the conversation of motherhood first came up. Although it was sad, I thought it was really a beautiful, vulnerable moment. And I think Gabby would be an incredible mom. So I'm rooting for them.
Yeah. Well, let's keep watching. We're going to see some footage from, it looks like Mexico, where they'll be going after hometowns. I mean, these trailers, like, what is this show? These trailers they want to give everything away, but not give everything away at the same time. So let's watch and then I'll get your take.
But just never knew if it was possible.
He has really shown me what it's like to feel love.
I feel like all my dreams are coming true.
Aww.
That was sweet.
So cute. They're definitely in a tropical location, most likely Mexico. But I do want to talk about this shot. We saw Johnny, who is in Gabby's top 5, I guess, for 6 from what we know from last week. Now, Johnny's clearly on the beach. So do we think that this is Mexico? Because Johnny's also from Florida. So this could just be a hometown date for Johnny.
I don't know. I can't tell where they... Well, I don't know if we can rewind back a little bit more. Okay, maybe in the next clip?
Yeah, maybe in the next one. Oh, okay. See? Because that was what she was wearing when she was kissing Johnny.
Here?
Yes. This is what she was wearing when she was kissing Johnny.
I feel like it doesn't look like Mexico in the back. Yeah.
It could be.
We'll see.
I think it is Mexico with all those trees. Because I feel like Florida has just palm trees. They don't have a lot of bushes and trees like that. While Mexico definitely does.
You're right.
So should we keep watching? Let's roll the next clip.
Yeah, let's keep watching. Roll it.
Sometimes if things are too good to be true, that is exactly what they are. Too good to be true.
There has been a situation with Logan.
There's been a situation with Logan. What? Haven't we already had a situation with Logan? Didn't he already switch sides?
What I was thinking, Zach.
Mike, the situation from Jersey Shore? It's becoming Logan, the situation.
I don't know what his situation would be. He's either removing himself or he's then I actually liked Rachel now that I gave Gabby a chance.
Again, you think he's going to go back to Gabby? He is unpredictable.
No, back to Rachel.
You are right.
But I don't know.
Oh, back to Rachel. Imagine. Honestly, he should have done that. I feel like the show should have made him do that earlier. They should have had him switch and then switch back. That would have been interesting. I think the show needs to create more drama. This season's honestly been kind of dull.
You love the drama, Zach. There has not been a lot of drama with the men, I will say that, other than we had the one guy in the beginning, and then we had, he was talking about, like the fantasy suites, and then obviously we had Hayden, but I feel like all of the drama has centered around Rachel and her just emotional state, which I have to say, that drama's not really giving me much.
Well, the drama with Rachel is going to continue because Tino, he's going to get a little jealous. Let's take a look.
Oh.
She was in tears.
I feel awful.
You gotta pack your bags.
Watching her kiss somebody else was absolutely sickening. This is a joke.
Tino's acting like a real baby back.
Okay, so Logan is getting kicked out. We saw that in the beginning. Jesse told him that you have to pack your bags. I do know what happens with Logan.
What did he do?
I'm not going to share it on here because I don't know if people want to know. Because we're not really doing a lot of spoilers on this channel. But he's getting kicked out. What do you think happened?
I have absolutely no idea, Zach. Like, I couldn't give you one guess what happens.
Okay, I'm just going to tell everybody, close your ears or skip 10 seconds if you don't want to know. He got COVID.
Okay, I'll listen.
Did you hear that?
What?
Yeah, he literally got COVID and had to leave. Isn't that crazy?
How?
I don't know. And how is he the only one that got it when he's living with all the other guys?
But they're making it seem like you have to pack your bags. Like... And also, are they 6 feet away? Like, how is Jesse saying that to him in person if he has COVID? And how the heck did he get COVID?
I don't know. Maybe he was making out with someone else. Maybe he switched teams and started making out with someone else in the hotel he's staying at in Amsterdam.
Are they not on the cruise any longer? Isn't the only people on the cruise the people that are the production and
but they're in Amsterdam.
So they're done with the cruise.
They're staying on the cruise. They stay on the cruise. They get off of the ship. See the city and then go back on the cruise and go to the next country. Keep up. That's what they've been doing. They went to Paris. They went to Belgium. They're traveling via cruise.
You said hotel.
Well, maybe they're staying in. Okay, you're right. Well, you know what else I'm thinking is that maybe because of COVID, that's why they went on this cruise to begin with, because they felt it was easier than flying around on a plane. Yeah, to keep them isolated because they can't afford a private jet.
But also, then staying in a hotel makes they are going to interact with a lot more people that way too. So the cruise, like, they really are isolated.
Yeah. So what do you think about Tino getting jealous? And it's part of the game. I think it's part of what you signed up for.
It is, but it's also like a very natural reaction. Like, sometimes I don't like that. I feel like this doesn't feel natural and not like real life. I feel like Tino has really kept it real. Like, even in the last episode when he told Rachel, "You hurt my feelings when you canceled this." Like, you know, I think that it was... his feelings are valid, and I like that he's actually saying them instead of just being like, well, it's a show, well, this is what I signed up for, well, she's the lead so she can do whatever she wants and it's okay. So I actually like that Tino has had these really natural, normal reactions to everything going on.
I think it shows that he cares, because even though this is, The Bachelorette, and people are going to date multiple people at once, that's kind of what Rachel's here to do. At this point, when they've been on this journey for a while now, there's only a few guys left. I would be pissed too watching, the person I'm pursuing make out with other people.
100%.
Let's roll the next clip. Gabby is having doubts about Nate.
I'm terrified of not just being a mom, but being like bad at it. I don't know what to do.
So Gabby is breaking down in Amsterdam, crying, and it looks like she's going to break up with Nate right here, as I said earlier, because she's just not ready to be a mom. Do you think that was fair that Gabby kept him up until this long if she knew she wasn't ready?
I don't know that she didn't know she wasn't ready. I think that she was, really honest with him when he shared that he had a daughter. I feel like in that conversation, she said to him, I don't know if I'm... I can't tell you the specific words.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning.
Well, I get this what I'm saying. I don't know that she didn't know that she was ready. I think she was like, there's a potential that I would be able to do that. But I think in that beginning, in that date, in the beginning, she shared with him like that there was a question on whether or not she'd be good at that or she'd be ready for that. Like this, I don't know that this is coming as a blindside to Nate.
Well, then maybe he'll take it pretty well. Let's keep watching.
I mean,
it's time
I'm sure
for
he
some
won't.
tough decisions.
I just don't understand. I feel so blindsided by you.
I don't want to be with a boy.
So Rachel is having a conversation with Avon, and she's sharing that she's so blindsided by him. If Avon breaks Rachel's heart, I'm going to be really upset because he is one of my favorites on the show, and I wonder why he would break up with her. If that's that's what it seems.
I'm like really terrible at trying to guess what these situations and these little clips are meaning because they have a really deep connection. So why would he be breaking up with her? But then what would he be blindsiding her about?
Breaking up with her. That's the blind side.
No, exactly. So I'm like, I have conflicting thoughts because I feel like that wouldn't happen. But then at the same time, there would be no other blind side other than him wanting to leave. I just need Rachel to be given a freaking break.
Yeah, this season is a disaster. This season is truly a disaster. I'm going to be really heartbroken watching this scene. I mean, it's like we want to predict things and guess things, but I feel like they're just spelling everything out for us, and it's becoming way too predictable. Let's watch the next clip.
I want to be with a man.
After overnight, you changed your mind?
You told me things, and then you went back against what you said.
So we saw Gabby walking away from Johnny, which is like the same clip from earlier, but they kind of are showing more of it. This has got to be Mexico, so I would assume that Johnny makes Gabby's top 3, and she's clearly walking away from him, and then she specifically said, I want to be with a man, not a boy. Johnny's 25, Gabby is 31. She's going to break up with him. Like, just spell it out for us. What do you think's going on with Gabby and with Rachel and Tino? Because that seemed a little confusing.
Okay, but before we get to that, her voice, the voiceover, it was a voiceover. We don't hear her saying that specifically about him, so I'm still giving benefit of the doubt here with Johnny. What do I think? Zach, I have no idea. These people, like, just make it easy. I know you're saying they're spelling it out, but, like, why is something going on with Tino now? You know, where she's crying like that. Maybe she said it's overnights and then he's saying this. So maybe it's a Clayton, Susie type situation where he's saying, like, if you slept with other people, I wouldn't be happy. We already saw him be jealous a little bit. Maybe she's crying because she slept with somebody else and now he's having doubts. So maybe that's going on.
Let's keep watching and find out.
So sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore. He never loved me.
Aw, poor Rachel, poor Gabby, saying Gabby seems to be running away. We don't know what's going on with Eric. He hasn't gotten much airtime in this trailer until now, but they're at a hotel somewhere, I guess Mexico. What do you think's going to happen with Gabby and Eric?
Do you think that we're ever going to get an episode where one of them says, I don't want to do this anymore, or I can't do this anymore? Because I'm tired of hearing that phrase.
This is how it is on the show. They always have their breakdowns. I feel like the producers just push them all the way to the edge. We're really not seeing much of Eric or Jason A in this trailer so far, which leads me to wonder where they are.
Okay, let's keep watching.
How do you move forward? You can't do that. I would like to literally rather be alone.
Oh my God. What were you thinking, Blakely?
My thoughts are that maybe there wasn't something that's a big deal and Rachel just makes everything into a big deal.
I think that's valid based on what we've seen this season. She is very emotional and sensitive, but things really do keep happening. And if Avon's going to break up with her and if Tino is getting in a fight with her, like, I understand why she's crying. We're getting to the end of the journey. So she doesn't want to end up single. She wants this to be worth it in the end and get that engagement.
Who does she have right now?
It looks like there's Tino, Zach, he still is around, Avon, Zach, and Tyler, and then Ethan, who we have not seen once.
So yeah, I was going to point out we haven't seen Ethan at all. So clearly he's going home in the next episode. Because he's not going to make it to hometowns if we're not even seeing him on here at all. But then what? Is Tino going to break her heart? I feel like Tino shouldn't do that. Is Avon going to break her heart? Maybe. Is Zach going to break her heart? Can't be him because he was saying he's fallen in love with her. Is the other guy going to break her heart? I don't know.
Just because her and Tino are fighting, maybe they're just like have to sort things out. Like sometimes couples get into arguments, especially towards the end. Maybe he's not ready to get engaged. So maybe they're just having a disagreement and things will still end up okay. And she's just kind of recovering from that fight between Tino. So Let's keep watching.
He said he can't love me. It's like, am I too broken for anyone to love?
Wow. How is this supposed to end? We didn't see a final proposal scene or anything.
I would like to know who's telling Gabby that they can't love her, because I love Gabby. Who's not loving Gabby? You know, that guy is on my hit list, first off. Yeah. I mean, they have said multiple times that I think that they have said, or they've alluded to, that it ends well for them. They've said, you know, we wouldn't have continued on this journey if there wasn't positive bright points that outweighed the negative ones. Like, they've basically alluded that it all was worth it. So I have to hold on to that and believe that. But they're just making every guy seem like they're the bad guy. So I'm not feeling solid or confident about any one of them.
You know, I really think there's going to be a happy ending and this is all going to be worth it. And they're just showing us the most dramatic parts because it's going to be a dramatic ending. And they're trying to get us excited to watch and keep us guessing. Even though some things were clearly spelled out in this trailer, other things seem to be a little confusing. And we want to hear your thoughts listening. If you guys are watching us, let us know how you think this dramatic season of The Bachelorette is going to unfold in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you're always up to date. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality with Blakely McHugh. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow. Come say hello. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.